Hello everyone, welcome back to another FAF cast with yours truly. Today we have a 1v1 on map Jin. It is a 10 by 10 map here. We have a 1500 rated against a 1300 rated player. We're going to start with the red player here. In the south, it's going to be Zaznoba. I believe I've casted him a time or two in the past before. He is gone UEF first land, and his opponent in the north is going to be Pietros. He is the 1300 rated player, and he has also gone UEF first land, and it looks like he has queued up second air. We have a few labs meeting up in the middle, and I believe that Zaznoba is going to get the better of that trade there. And Zaznoba sending out some tanks up here towards the north. Going to try to keep engineers from expanding into that area there. I assume he's going to send one here and one up there. Yep, that is exactly what it looks like he is doing. Keep that Engie from walking through that gap there. Those scouts are going to be running away now. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this a little bit. We do have actually the tank and the scout are going to come out a little bit. And they're going to come back and get this engineer kill here. Or attempt to anyways. We do have a scout and a mech marine sneaking around the left hand side of the field, while Pietros has a tank and a scout just walking right into Zaznoba's base. But Pietros now has two tanks over here that he has to deal with along with two scouts. And Zaznoba has a bomber on the field. Looks like we have gone 2 land factories, 1 air. And we have 3 land factories, 1 air. Looks like we're getting 4 out now. We had a little bit of a pause there. We do have some bombing runs going on over here, taking out some engineers. Most of this has gotten cleared up by that 1 bomber now. We just have 1 single tank remaining here. And he is running away. He's going to die to this bomber here in just a second, I believe. No, he's going to take a few more hits of those hits there. And we have a tank and some scouts sitting off over here on the right, along with a mech marine. And Zaznoba getting some nice hits in with that bomber there. Both players have some bombers on the field, but this one about to get taken down by some interceptors. And Zaznoba seems to be the fastest at expanding towards the southern region and the northern region here. Pietros kind of sitting up here nice and tidy. Not too far off in mass per second right now, currently. Zaznoba is ahead. Actually, he's ahead by 10 now, so that has changed. Pietros has more reclaim, though. So when it comes to total, Pietros is actually ahead in mass. Both are kind of equal in E currently, around 300 to 350 E generated so far. Or per second, right? Yeah. I don't know why I said so far. Total so far is relatively the same, about 70k for both players there. So even though Pietros is in this corner, he's not too far behind Zaznoba. Zaznoba on 4 land factories and 1 air factory. Does have a ghetto... Is it a ghetto? No. It's dropping tanks to try to take out that expansion there, but it's going to be 4 tanks against 4 tanks here, or 5 tanks. And several coming in, and the ACU from Pietros as well. So that drop got shut down fairly fast. There is a tank back here in the back. Maybe going to take out this mech, maybe not. There is a tank that is responding to that, though. And a wandering engineer that is maybe going to get a free mech or 2 here. And this is Pietros is actually pulling out the lead here in mass. He has about 600 mass over on Zaznoba, even though he's in just this little tiny area. He is getting some reclaim going on out here. He's got some mexes. Does he have any upgraded? Not sure. Not too sure there. Zaznoba pretty comfortable sitting there in his base while Pietros is wandering out. He had to wander out for some defense there when that drop came through. A lot of tanks about to make their way in the mid from Zaznoba, but Pietros just kind of walked around them, and he's going to get a few mech kills here for free if he moves to the right. Might get one of them if that fires one more, and it's not going to. Oh, did it just launch one? Yep, it launched one. And gets one mech kill there. And we're going to sit there and take out some more there. These tanks here are going to do a little more raiding here in the back. Maybe move left and take out this expansion over here. And Zaznoba sneaking through. Or Pietros sneaking through. Well, one of these two players are sneaking through here. But Zaznoba is sneaking through on two sides here. He has too many armies. One on the right and one on the left. Meanwhile, Pietros is sneaking through the middle. Going to try to take out the expansions here. These tanks come through. He has taken out a couple mexes here. Gonna be another one or two that are gonna go down as well with that. These tanks are gonna move back here, and I think they're just gonna sit back there for a minute. Zaznoba walking right into the base of Pietros here. And this is turning into a all-out land spam game, which is usually what these end up being. Don't know if anyone... Oh, are we upgrading? Yes. We're going to go for a T2 land upgrade there for Zaznoba. Zaznoba got 3... I don't know if these were built or not. Nope. Looks like he got 3 mexes with that push there. Few tanks off to the left of Pietros' ACU. And Zaznoba just having a hard time actually getting engineers out to respond to any of this. He is still 1,000 mass ahead of Zaznoba. Pietros is. So, well, now they're even. So, not doing too bad for the tiny bit of land that he has. Has to be getting some T2 mexes up here going. And reclaiming. And Pietros has completely dealt with this expansion in this area here. He's going to move towards the right and deal with that one as well. It looks like there's not much in the way except for a single PD and maybe a tank or 2 or 3. And look at air here. We do have T2 units coming on the field now for Zaznoba. Pietros has 2 air factories going, while Zaznoba only has 1 as well. That's worth noting here. Pietros has a little bit of an air advantage when it comes to production anyways, but Zaznoba has just taken the lead over Pietros at over 2,000 mass collected more than Pietros. Or it's down to 1, so it's fluctuating a little bit, but not too huge of a lead, but he is in the lead in mass accrued. A lot of NGs about to die here. Maybe. Maybe. I don't think so, actually. He's fighting T2 units with T1 units over there now. But there is a massive army on the right about to come through as well to help that, but there is going to be T2 PD and T1 PD online now. And Pietros sending armies around. And these tanks, I believe, are going to be able to just deal with this whole little expansion here. If these move left, they can deal with this one. Or some of these move left anyways. And then Zaznoba will have less ground than Pietros. We're going to move these over here, take out those maxes there. We know that there's a PD there. And it looks as though Zaznoba is in defense mode now. Zaznoba 3,000 mass ahead of Pietros, going for T2 on his ACU currently. Pietros manually reclaiming currently over here, getting some ice chunks. And I guess I was wrong. Those tanks did not take care of this, but these incoming ones should, although they are single filing into here. But I believe they are just pinged to go right here, and then he'll group them up and move them forward from there. He's also pushing into the mid here, but as he pushes in with T1 units, Zaznoba has a mini army of T2 units. Oh, that's actually a lot of T2 units there. Are all of these T2? Yes. No. Four T2 land factories there, so Pietros now has to deal with the incoming army of T2 units, and I don't believe he has even a T2 factory anywhere. No. No, he does have a T2 factory here, but it is not currently producing anything. And Zaznoba is losing some of his main base. Go ahead and get a look at Zaznoba here. We're not stalling anything. Pietros not stalling anything either. So both players doing a good job of keeping a balance here. But Zaznoba looking in trouble as another reinforcing army is coming in through the south. However, Pietros is getting grouped up in the middle of these T2 units here. Guys, you have to tell people to subscribe. Tell them to subscribe. Say subscribe right now. Tell them Sport. Tell them Tuna. Say subscribe. Tell them to subscribe. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I had a package or something delivered here, and the dog started to go crazy. Pietros is looking in a bit of trouble here. He is sort of in the middle of these T2 units. He needs to start overcharging the heck out of them if he wants to live that. But he is getting his T1 units in front of him, and I think he survives that. But Zaznoba in a similar situation over here, except against T1 units. He has nothing to defend with except his ACU. I guess he has a few T2 units over here to the left, but they are coming in slowly. And it looks like we're going to T2 PD creep Pietros now in the middle. And Zaznoba going to start throwing down some T1 PD to try and deal with this units coming in. But some pillars come in from behind them, and those are going to get cleaned up by those pillars there. And Zaznoba kind of just stuck here now, although he is 4,000 mass ahead of his opponent. Although his opponent looks like he is about to go heavy in air here. Not really opting for upgrading his tech, but he is looking like he's about to go heavy in air. He's queued up 3 air factories here. And he's going to go T2 on his ACU as well. And Zaznoba getting attacked on 2 fronts in his base now, as Pietros keeps sneaking through in to his base, and Zaznoba's about to lose all of his mexes here. Or most of them anyways. Most of his build power is going to go down right here. And then you have to wonder if Zaznoba's gonna have much left here to pull through this with. Although he is now 6,000 mass ahead of his opponent, Zaznoba is. So you gotta wonder if he's gonna be able to pull something else off here. He is getting T2 units out here, and he is just fighting T1 units, so he is gonna clean that up, although he did lose all but one of his core mexes here. All but one of them, but Zaznoba did a good job of cleaning that up and pushing it out. Go ahead and have a look at Pietros' base here. Still just on the one single T2 factory there, not opting to upgrade any of our T1s. At least not that I'm aware of. No, they're all building units. All building tanks. And I'm wondering if he's going to push over here to the left now or not. Take out that expansion from Zaznoba there. He's the PD creep in the middle's kind of been stopped here. Well, he's run out of E. What do we have in forms of pigeons? Do we have any pigeons? We have one pigeon and a hydrocarbon. Yes, that is all we currently have is one pigeon and a hydrocarbon. We are 600 away from Pietros currently. So Pietros came in and did a lot of damage with those tanks. I'm assuming most of his E was up here in this area here that he was producing. And Pietros gonna opt for coming down here. He needs to take out these factories over here. These factories keep getting units in, and I believe they may be on... Nope, they are not on upgrades. They're just paused. I saw the pause signs and assumed they were on paused upgrades, but they are not. And that is a big army. It's got T2 units mixed in with it to try and deal with this T2 spam from Zaznoba. Every single thing of Zaznoba's is paused while he tries to get power up. But that is going to be rough as we are stalling 200 trying to get a T2 pigeon up. And we're going to opt for some T1 pigeons here first before finishing up that T2. That is his main and his, well, really his only priority right now is getting E up. Meanwhile, Zaznoba has no E. Pietros has E, and he is on 5 air factories currently. Missile launcher slowly but surely breaking through this. Kind of. A couple more missile launchers in here we'll get through. We have a mech that's dead, so I assume we have had a couple get through or something probably. But we're still building up there. Let's have a look at this. We're not stalling that bad making this now. We've made a comeback here. And we reclaim that T2 in favor of building more T1s. And we're starting to get some T1 bombers out here. And Pietros can afford to do this because he has E and 5 air factories. His opponent has one paused air factory and no E. And Pietros is going to try to sneak through the rear again here. And Zaznoba's going to have to defend this again. These engineers here have come off pause now. I believe they're just set on reclaim orders to go and get some reclaim. And finally, we send some tanks down here to deal with this, but they are possibly going to die to this PD. That is a lot of buzz kills online. And we are treating these T1 bombers as if they are strat bombers with the air screening going on here. And Pietros is going to come in for the behind attack here now. That is a lot of T1 power. Let's see here. He's still over almost, like, what, 700 away from his opponent. And that is terrible pathfinding skills. Unless he manually... Yeah, he clicked those to go around. Okay. Pietros taking out this expansion over here on the left, finally dealing with it. Or attempting to anyway. He's going to group up those units and bring them in all at once. These 2 bombers over here still getting kills. And we're now going to start taking out the T1E that we have built because it's so vulnerable to those bombers. He needs to get that T2 E up. That T2 pigeon up is what he needs to do. We're going to throw down some anti-air turrets here. Zaznoba struggling over here against the air. As more air is going to come in. He has interceptors, but it is definitely not enough to defend against this. And Pietros is now out of bombers. I don't know why he hasn't just built like 20 bombers when he did that. But Zaznoba now going to lose what he had of that T2 Pigeon. He's going to throw up some flak now as he deals with the army that was right behind him on his doorstep. Beating at the back door, trying to get in. Right now is a great time. If you're still here watching, we are 20 minutes into this. If you haven't liked, haven't subscribed yet, you might as well. You've been here watching me for 20 minutes. Obviously, you're liking something that I'm doing, so go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is absolutely free. Doesn't cost you a single thing, but helps me out a whole bunch. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well if you're still watching. And I thank everyone who is subscribed to me and that's going to subscribe to me. So looks like Zaznoba may be pushing a little bit forward here with this T2 army he's gathered up. He's getting a whole bunch of Lobos out here as well. Looks like this is primarily pillars, right? Yes. Primarily pillars, and it looks like we're going to send a T2 army, maybe try to sneak around the same way Pietros has been doing to him this whole game. Now we're going for that T2 Pigeon again, or how bad are we stalling? We are not stalling E, we are stalling Mass, trying to get that up. And this has been a back and forth game. I think this is the most complete we have seen the mexes on this map this game. Let's go ahead and look at what Pietros can see. Well, he can't see anything. We need to start upgrading some of these radars so we can see better. Pietros has pretty good radar coverage. Or Zaznoba has pretty good radar coverage. Pietros needs to get some more radars online or get some upgraded here. Pietros trying to get the shield gen up to protect these PD he's built. As Zaznoba pushed just a little bit forward, and it looks as though he has split that army up. One's going to go to the north side of that expansion, and one to the south, or the sneak around. Go ahead and look at these, see if we have gone for any upgrades on any factories. No, we are still almost T3 land factory for Pietros. Meanwhile, Zaznoba is still primarily paused on everything. As we try to get some E online here. And it looks like we built some arty here in the middle. I believe that was already anyways. Yes, we built a Klinkhammer. Looks like we're going for another one here back a little bit further. Let's go ahead and take a look at the range on that. Well, that can hit pretty much all of that there. So that's going to be nice for getting through that shield that he's built, that his ACU is now standing under, and taking out his T3 land HQ that is really far forward. Although, what is that that's building? Is that a T3 already? Yes. See if we've got any. Nope. Better radar coverage. We have not got any better radar coverage, and he is now losing the expansion on the left that he took so long to go grab. Well, his radar coverage is so inefficient that he does not even see the attack coming in the north here. And this is going to hurt Pietros a lot, I believe. I don't think there are any land units back here. All of it's up. I mean, he can get back there pretty quickly, but he has to notice it first. And he's definitely noticed it by now, or should have anyways. Yes, he is now responding. So that shouldn't be too bad of a hurt. He should win that battle there. However, this one on the left isn't going too good. He has primarily T1 units against a complete T2 army on the left. And Zaznoba is taking this back over for the third time this match, I believe. I believe that is the third time this match that he's taking this over. And what else are we producing here? We are getting some Titans out that are going to go over to the left. I think they need to get recalled back to over here and help out with this, actually. Those are just sneaking on through. Yep, we need those Titans over here, buddy. Come on. Halfway through a Titan right now. As Zaznoba needs to take out this factory here. Pietros is going to get at least one Titan out of it before the full attack comes. Titan comes out. And I believe that's all that was really necessary to protect this factory here. And we had another Titan back here as well, apparently. Let's see what Zaznoba's got going on back here. Do we have any T3 going on? Which one is our HQ? This one? Yes. Well, we are now going for a T3 land HQ as well. And the T3 land HQ goes down. I'm not sure exact, probably to the Artie that's back here. And that is going to hurt a lot. Which one of these is going to opt? He needs to get one of these going. This one? We're going to get this one to go T2 here. He needs to get a whole bunch of engineers on that to assist that. Otherwise, he is about to be behind as we are going T3 here, and we are getting it pretty quickly. And he has no T3 units on the front now. Need to get those engineers over there faster. Has a couple T3 mixing with T2 and T1 units pushing in the south. Things not looking good for Pietros on the front here. He's just kind of getting destroyed by this T2 Artie that Zaznoba's built up here. Let's see what his radar coverage is like now. Well, I believe it's gotten worse, actually. Meanwhile, Zaznoba has a good 75% of the map in radar coverage. But that radar coverage does not help against these two Titans about to be knocking on your doorstep. We are at T3 land though, and Titan versus Titan is going to help. There is one Titan here and one behind it, so they're not going to get much further than they currently are. But we need to get this up to T3 as fast as possible, and we are on our way there. And Zaznoba 9,000 mass ahead of Pietros currently. Both of them kind of halting here, try to get some sort of upper hand in tech or eco or something other than this front. These are just going to continue to do raids, I assume, on whatever they can. We do have some Januses coming in now, though, from Pietros. And we still have one single T1 paused air factory. So that can put some hurt down, although there is flak over here. That takes out one T2 Pigeon, but there are two more over here. And we almost have some more, 3 more Janus. And we are getting T3 units out on the field now from Pietros in the north. It's been a back and forth battle constantly, guys. If you guys are enjoying this, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe down below if you haven't already from the first time I said it about 10 minutes ago. And if you're still watching and still aren't subscribed after I said it 2 times, shame on you. What are you doing? And this little army that he had over here raiding it is now going to die. Janus sneaking around the back, going to come in, try to take out another T2 Pigeon, I assume. They might be able to get both of them. Nope, we get one and almost the third one. And how is Zaznoba doing on power now? He immediately went into a P-stall after losing that first one. I said P-stall, but E-stall. After losing that first one, but he did immediately get a second one up, and now he is okay. And immediately got that third one up, so he is good. He's got Sparkies on the field, in fact. And he is... Pietros is slowly retreating from his forward position here. He got overran there a little bit for a second. And I believe he's now realizing that that is not the best place for his commander to be standing. And Pietros, no radar coverage at all. But he did see these units coming in from the left. He's about to lose all these interceptors, though. And we are teching up. We're getting some T3 Pigeon on the field for Zaznoba. Pietros has a... It's hard for me to tell what's going on in his base with the interceptors all over the ground here. Here's this T2 Air HQ. Okay, and we are about to start a T3 Pigeon here in a moment for him as well. Still just operating off of one T3 factory, though. And we're getting some Percivals on the field. Instead of just those Titans. Percy boy. Titan boy. All glitchy because of the shield. And Pietros has taken most of this back again. This northern half just going back and... Well, both expansions just going back and forth constantly, it seems. Although there are 2 Titans up here. And neither one of them see each other as they pass. However, Zaznoba now going to push forward. Pietros trying to turtle up here a little bit further back since he's lost that forward that he had, but I believe all of these RDs are still in range of that. The only thing they're not in range of is his actual main base back here. So moving backwards, not the entire answer here. Is that T3 Gen in range? Where's his closest? Right there. T3 Pigeon barely not in range. But those T2 units going to come in from the north and get obliterated by some T3 units, some Titans. I thought I saw some Percivals in here, but I guess not. From Zaznoba as well. Those just got demolished there, and Zaznoba probably going to immediately, send engineers to go reclaim that. He is about 45,000 mass ahead now. Pietros taking this fire base of Zaznoba's that's been causing him so much issues for the last like 20 minutes of this game. Let's go ahead and see if we have intel. We still don't have intel, and Zaznoba has half the map. One sneaky boy hiding back here in the back. Zaznoba tried to sneak around, but Pietros sent his army over to defend that, and it looks like he's going to try to fire base up here on this side now. Maybe. Or maybe he just wanted to control the mass that was here. And we're getting broadswords on the field now, so we have T3 air. We have T3 air for Zaznoba and just T2 air for Pietros. We're halfway through a T3 air upgrade, but it's not going to stop the 5 incoming broadswords now. Pietros has enough air to deal with this, I believe. He has plenty of interceptors to deal with this, yes. However, Zaznoba is about to bring in ASF shortly, I believe. One broadsword left, that goes down, and Pietros, don't land your air there. Okay, good. I was like, oh my god, he's going to land his air there. However, now Pietros has just lost over half of his interceptors that he had. And Zaznoba's in T3 air. Pietros is not yet. So, he is almost, though. And he does have a T3 P-Gen, so I guess technically he is in T3 air. He needs some ASF out here. T3 land factory in the north. More broadswords move forward. Attempt to deal with a wandering Percival, and they're gonna target Pietros' ACU, who is right next to a shield but not standing under it. He's gonna pick up those interceptors he had on the ground, although a little late here. And he's gonna walk underneath that shield, and he is getting ASF out on the field now. I saw one come out. So hopefully broadsword snipe attempt is out of the cards for Zaznoba now. However, he is still producing those broadswords. T3 scout for Pietros coming out now. And we're still just operating off of one T1 radar. I always overbuild. I always do Zaznoba. I always overbuild T1 radar. And then I pick one and I'll go T2 on it. I would rather have way too much radar than this. You can't see anything with that. He's about to push into all of that T1 PD. And that's essentially, you know, T2.5 walls. And he can't see it. The PD is outranging him. Oh, there's T2 PD back here too, so he's just losing these Titans for free. And he's not even noticing because he's not paying attention to that side. He's dealing with this attack from Zaznoba in the middle. And watching both, it looks like he might be able to take care of this fire base down here, or what should have been fire base. Or wannabe firebase, I should say. And Pietros dealing with that attack pretty nicely. And it looks as though he's going to take this firebase. Focus down the PD a little bit more. Or maybe he won't. There's a lot of engineers in there. But he is dealing with this attack nicely over here. He is kind of spread out though, but he has lost a lot of mexes in those few series of attacks that have happened. And he did not get to break through this fire base over here. And Zaznoba just gonna start throwing up a ton more PD so that he can collect all this reclaim that Pietros just dumped on him. Gonna go ahead and +2 speed this here. So Pietros has ASF on the field to deal with these broadswords that are out. Percival's on the left coming in with shield coverage. Does Pietros know about it? No, he does not. There's also a broadsword over there that is hitting him and he can't see it. Or he couldn't see it a second ago when I looked. He can see it now though. Pietros slowly just got pushed all the way back into his base here by broadswords and stuff, although he is making a pushback in the middle with a group of Percivals, but he has nothing to protect against the broadswords. That just keep getting pumped out. And it looks as though Zaznoba's snuck a few Percivals around to the back of Pietros' base here. And that is going to do some damage. He's about to lose a T3 Mass Extractor, an unringed T3 Mass Extractor. And a whole bunch more because Pietros still doesn't know what's there. Those Percivals are moving south. Never mind, here comes 2 up. We have 2 moving up north to attempt to deal with it, and he's just now got some sort of sight on those units there. But he's going to need more than just 2 Percivals to deal with those 5 or 4 units up there. There's also 2 over here on the right that have snuck their way in. Or are those just stuck? Those might just be stuck. However, Pietros about to walk right into Zaznoba's base with a... Oh, he's just 3 Percivals. Never mind. Well, he made it to Zaznoba's doorstep, so we're going back and forth a little bit more here. However, Zaznoba, 100,000 mass ahead of Pietros, and Pietros is still hanging in there, still making pushbacks every once in a while where he can. Zaznoba's even with the attacks of earlier has produced more E than Pietros as well. Are these just eternal? These just Ilshivad themselves. They have T3 Eternal Guardian to themselves here. They just Ilshivad themselves, I guess. And we're gonna... Nope, I thought we were gonna send the broadsword to go just kill him, but I guess not. That is what you call Eternal PD. And ASF gonna come deal with these broadswords finally. I think they've just killed these mexes over here. Not even gonna get the last T2 PD before it gets killed by an ASF. We're going for shield on our ACU for Zaznoba now. I'm not gonna be surprised if Zaznoba doesn't start a T4 here soon. And Zaznoba going T3 on his ACU now. ASF or UEF, yes. He might walk forward and start Ravager pushing. That's a lot of dead engineers. Tis a lot of dead engineers. That's very unfortunate. That was just mass genocide on engineers right there. Are we stalling? Is that why we're... Nope. Ooh, kind of. Oh, no, that's our E dipping down when our we build ASF. That's what's happening there. And Zaznoba, I believe, is now ahead in the air game. Pietros got on it first, but Zaznoba has very quickly overtaken him. And we are spamming up T3 land factories. We're going for T3 land spam here, I believe is what Zaznoba's plan is. Nope. His new plan's Fat Boy as well. We are about 5, maybe 10% on that now. Realizing we need more E for it, we're going to throw down a couple T3 pigeons. And then get back on that Fat Boy there, probably. So Zaznoba's new plan is probably just save this area, wait for Fat Boy, and then push, I assume. Are we stalling that E now? No. Plenty of E to go around now. Let's see what Pietros can see. Still just working off one single T1 radar. 54 minutes into the game. Does Zaznoba have, no. I was gonna say, does he have, Omni yet? And we got a couple more broadswords over here to try to clean up this area again. I don't know why we're focusing on this. There's nothing here. But it looks as though that Fat Boy has just finished up for Zaznoba. And he's going to immediately walk it forward. Throw down another T3 land factory there. Not sure why Pietros keeps focusing on this area so much. That engineer almost escaped. Something killed those Eternal Guardians over here. Or maybe they just got reclaimed. I'm not sure. Not sure what happened there. But a Fat Boy moving forward. Does Pietros have anything to respond with? Do we have T2 already or anything? It does not look like it, and I believe he has no idea it's there. Yeah, he has no idea. And he does now. He should immediately know what is firing at him. And we're going to try to throw down a stealth field so that Pietros can't see it. However, Pietros just can't see it. We now have T2 radar, I believe. Where is that at? Where is the center? Right here. We now have a T2 radar. However, stealth gen online. 3 stealth gens online. So Pietros is not, he's not walking in blind. So those stealth gens aren't doing much. And Pietros gonna control K to that Fat Boy, and that's gonna be it. That was a lot of back and forth there. That was a good game. A lot of back and forth. Zaznoba pulled out a Fat Boy, and Pietros finally threw out his white flag at that. That was a good game. If you guys enjoyed that as much as I did, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're still here, I'm going to tell you one more time, go ahead and subscribe. This has been a 50-minute cast, so if you're still watching, then you're not subscribed. What the hell are you doing, bro? It's free. Completely free. Costs you absolutely nothing except your sanity whenever I post. And helps me out a whole bunch. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. I hope you have a wonderful day.